Yo guys, this is Reinhardt, and right now we're gonna be doing some threes matches as a DK, Shadow Priest, Resto Shaman against Shadow Priest, Resto Shaman, BM Hunter. And I'm gonna swap to a pet, pop the Soul Reaper on it, and then grip the heal. And we killed his first pet. It's a very viable strategy to actually kill BM Hunter's pets. And at the moment in time, my Shaman is gonna get scared trapped, and I'm gonna be running for my life because he's gonna pop the entire zoo on me. So the zoo does a lot of damage here, and I'm gonna pop AMS against his arcane shots, and I'm gonna line aside here some of the Shadow Priest damage as well as some of the BM Hunter's damage. I'm gonna be stunned here, pop my Iceborne Fortitude, and Lichborn heal at the same time. So I basically survived all their burst without even popping my Dust Pact, which is really good for us. We're swapping to a pets. I'm gonna grip this pet line aside here, but unfortunately we're not gonna kill it. He was the pet was topped off actually relatively well. Even though if I would actually grip it 1 second earlier, we probably would have killed the pet because Soul Reaper would actually proc on it. So I popped the Soul Reaper again, and we're DPSing the pet again. And at this point in time, my Soul Reaper procs for 74k damage, and the pet died. At this point in time, training BM Hunter as well. And look at here, what I basically did, I put my pet on attack for the BM Hunter, so it would actually interrupt the cast. Let's take a look at it again in a slow motion. I got feared here for pretty much a full duration after I'm killing this pet with my Soul Reaper, and Hunter right off the start started running behind the pillar because he wants to get that pet out. And I'm feared here, so what I did myself is I put my pet on auto attack follow for the Hunter, and even though I'm feared and I cannot possibly interrupt it, and my Shadow Priest is in the back, my pet is still gonna do its job and it's still gonna interrupt the cast for summoning pet. If I would have let the pet go off here, we would have been just all our offensive switching to a pet and blowing out the CDs would actually be completely nullified by it. And at this point in time, Hunter will be a really good train target because we did kill his pet just now. At this point in time, we're gonna be training Hunter here, and we're gonna do an offensive swap to a Shaman. And I grip the Hunter and I grip the Shaman at the same time, pop the Blood Bowl to spread out my diseases, so we could actually start cleaving some of the Shaman HP off. So it's gonna create a huge and really good opportunity for us to swap. And I'm gonna be powering my runic weapon, stack a few necros on the Hunter up to 70k, and pop my Soul Reaper on him, and he got topped off, so which is basically fine because we're gonna be still killing the Shaman at the very end. The Hunter is line of sighting here, and I was like, oh boy, this is freaking good. And I'm gonna be gripping him back here, and my Soul Reaper is about to proc on him, even though he got a little bit healed off, and I'm still stuck in necros, and I'm forcing their Shaman to come in the center to actually get a heal. And I'm feared here for a full duration. I'm gonna sit this fear, I pet charge the heal, we got a minor fear onto the Shaman, and right now at this point in time I'm yelling for my teammates to swap to a Shaman. I have a few death runes here, so what I'm gonna, and I got disarm, so I'm gonna sit this disarm. And at this point in time, take a look at it. My activated Shinkiris comes off the cooldown, the Hunter got his pet summon finally, which he was trying to do for the half of the match. And this is perfectly fine. He did pop some offensives in me, but it's really not that difficult. I popped my IBF here, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm locked out the Shaman onto the cast because he was right next to me, and I'm swapping to a Shaman with an activated Trinket, and I popped my AMS so I won't get killed, and my Soul Reaper procking on the Shaman, and the Shaman goes down like a freaking cracker. And at this point in time we easily won the match afterwards. For this one we're going against a pretty damn decent actual Kitty Cliff, and to everybody's surprise, I have no idea why people not training Ferals, because Ferals are actually very good trainable. I got him out of the stealth here to negate his opener, and they're gonna try to swap to my priest out here, so I'm swapping back to Unholy Presence, and I'm doing some dot cleave damage, and right now I'm actually getting onto the Feral. We got a full dots going on the Feral, and he's taking really significant damage out here. I locked out his Cyclone, and right now they cannot control my healer that much, so I popped the Soul Reaper on him, popped the freaking Gargoyle and everything, and the Soul Reaper ticked for about 83k damage, basically letting us almost global the Feral here as Unholy DK. And last but not least match is gonna be against the Shadow play, and to your country believe that Cleave is actually pretty good, and he was running with a Soling, and to me it was a little bit questionable. I said actually that up the burst his pet and the luck at the same time, and what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to kill the luck, but it was actually not that viable to my surprise here. I'm actually gonna be interested in actually trying it out to have a better pet, like improved pet with the soul link up, because it seemed pretty viable to actually train the luck and train the pet at the same time, and that are both luck and the pet, so they could double dip from the dots. Well, the thing is, it also luck's pet and luck will also double dip from the huts as well, so it's actually pretty interesting. Never thought actually of Soling to be this viable in PvP, but I guess it was actually kind of viable. And I'm dipping here very low, and I got coiled, so I'm gonna I mean desecrate ground out of the coil, so I could actually survive here. And I got topped off here immediately because I did pop my death spec. When you're fighting against Spell Cliff, sometimes just bury your pride down and actually line aside the damage, because if you're not gonna be doing that, you will be dying, especially against the dot cliffs. If you line aside at, let's say, 100k HP, the dot's gonna kill you off, or the pet's gonna kill you off, because they have so much backloaded damage. But if you do everything correctly, you will be able to actually survive against the spell cliffs. And I did survive I was trained for like 15 minutes by Shadow play, and I was able to survive them at 2150 MMR and actually killed one of their Resto Druid, but it was very exhausting. Shadow play right now, which is Shadow Priest, Mage and Druid, is actually a very strong comp. At this point in time, the Druid decided to go very offensive, and he pounced on my Shaman here. And what I did here, basically I swapped to a Druid and we started training him onto the ground. I did put pet sack on him, and right now we have full dots rolling on him with the Necros and the Soul Reaper, and my priest silences him, and I'm following up with the Strangler just so I could get that Soul Reaper off. And Soul Reaper finishes him off. If you guys seen all of these 3 matches, Soul Reaper was just absolutely amazing finisher. And even though people say it's completely useless, I completely disagree with it. Thanks everybody for watching, guys, and PS, guys, check out my Unholy Pressure Master video to know how to be a very good Unholy DKs in Mr. Pandaria, and my Soul Reaper Massacre montage showing how Soul Reaper is an amazing executor. Thanks everybody for watching, and до свидания.